Hi, I am Ashley Moriarty, and I am here to talk to you about the sports and activities and which ones to choose for your child. I feel the most beneficial to choose for your child is horse riding. A horse, of course. Do you choose baseball, soccer, or ballet? Horseback riding. And why? Why? Because it has great beneficial reasons. It's great exercise, it builds character, and also it is very therapeutic. I read an article from PhD Amy Kessner and PhD Stephen Pretzker, and it was called the Therapeutic Horseback Riding with Children Placed in the Foster Care System. And it kind of explains how humans and animals from the earliest they go back to like 20,000 years ago, and they found that in the caves, the Cro-Magnon people found a relationship between the animals and the humans, and it goes back to state that humans in treating animals with responsibility and respect and reverence contributes to an individual's spiritual growth. And I feel that growth is really important with children, especially in the sports that they choose and the activities that they choose to do daily. Animal medicine is used in therapy and uses the animal's energy to help a person reconnect to the universe. And I feel that this is really important because we come from the universe, and to give back to the universe, and the bond between an animal and a human is really important. Well, if any of you have ever been on a trail ride at a camp or been to one of those sort of camps, I'm sure that this sounds really deep and like reconnecting with the universe, but I know if you've ever been on one of these trail rides, you've went on the trail ride, and at the end of it you kind of feel like, well, I'm not really done with it, I don't want to get off of my horse. And at this point you were calm and relaxed, and that's kind of how you've got some vitamin D in your system, and you had a great relaxing time. Well, this is what your child will feel when they go out to ride their horse or go horseback riding. Horses and my relation to this is I started riding horses when I was in preschool, and I leased a horse at first, and then my parents decided to buy me one. I started with gymkhanas, and then I went into eventing, and this kept me getting good grades in school. I tried harder, I was more responsible, and I didn't get in trouble, and I was more well behaved than other children. It felt like I had something more to work for. Riding horses is great exercise, and will get all of that extra steam that your kids need to burn off. So an article from Horse and Rider states that a 2011 study of the British Horse Society reported that a general riding, if done for at least 30 minutes at a time, 3 times per week, falls with the scientific limits for moderate intensity exercise. You also get cardio, strength, it builds muscle, balance, coordination, flexibility. And don't forget about all those barn chores, the grooming, the feeding, the watering, and all the chores that come with that, from Horse and Rider 2017. There's many different disciplines, so if your child gets bored with one, they can choose a different one. There's lessons, one-on-one, group, jumping, dressage, walking, trotting, loping, and all these will help build your child's character. Your child will learn responsibility, to be kind, patience, empathy, responsibility, accountability, problem solving, and so much more. A study was done. The study involved 411 riders aged 14 to 65. 91% of those studies were women and 9% were male. To act as controls, the same genders, distribution, age, and income as the riders. It was discovered that the riders were generally more determined, enthusiastic, and structured and balanced than their non-riding counterpartners, reports Horse Talk NZ. This is really important because it showed that the leaderships were greater and more competitive and demonstrated greater resilience in the horse riders. When I was growing up, I personally was more responsible, and this did help me to learn more, to do what I needed to do, and I was more responsible. There's many therapeutic skills that come from horse riding. Riding horses can help your child deal with daily stresses or emotional times in their lives. A study from therapeutic horse riding